Hi everyone, good morning. Today we're going to be doing a catch up with Meg and Amy. It's been a while since we've last checked in with them. I'll be sitting with them and answering some of the hashtag Ask Meg questions that have come through on Instagram, Facebook and on the YouTube channel. So hope you enjoy today's installment of hashtag Ask Meg and enjoy the catch up with Meg and Amy. Enjoy. Hi everyone, I'm sitting here with Meg and going to be answering some of the hashtag Ask Meg questions. So the one question that's come through from Anna is, are lions capable of abstract thinking? In other words, if they see a shadow that resembles a prey item or shadow moving, do they jump on it and attack it? And I would answer yes. I've seen them look at clouds and look at the clouds as if they are something of interest. Shadows, definitely. Chasing shadows for sure. Or anything that resembles something that they would want to chase. So in my opinion, I'm not sure if Meg agrees with me, I think the other lions are agreeing. I would say that they are capable of abstract thinking. What do you think, Amy? Amy? What do you think? You want to also be part of this, right? You're sick and tired of it just being about hashtag Ask Meg. So we're going to call this a hashtag Ask Meg and Amy. And Amy. Okay, the second hashtag Ask Meg question for the day, also from Anna, is do the hyenas know their names? And would the lions protect a hyena friend from other lions or other hyenas? So to answer the first question is, I think like with dogs, the animals that I work with are mainly responding to intonation. So it is the pitch of Meggie, 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 and you see the ears prick, or Amy, 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 and then they respond to that sound. So do the lions know the name, actually know the name Meg or Amy? I don't think so, and it's the same with a hyena. They respond mainly to the pitch of the voice and the way in which I say something. So I can say Meggie, or I can go Meggie, and there's a different reaction to when I go Meggie or Meggie and Meggie. Hello Meggie, Meggie. There's difference, hey? Okay, so and then the other question is whether or not the lions would protect a hyena friend, like in the case of Nicholas, who used to live with George and Yummy. And the answer is, as insofar as he would be part of the way that they protect each other, then yes. But from what I've seen with hyena is that when push comes to shove, they cannot fight who they are. They're hyenas and they act like hyenas. So mentally they are different in that the way they will approach a situation, a confrontational situation, than lion. So I think the problem there is that the lions would be warding off the other lions, not ganging up on the hyena friend, but the hyena friend would do something stupid and the other lions would most likely kill him. A hyena one-on-one with a lion really doesn't stand a chance. Normally we see in the wild the hyenas using mob tactics, and that is the case of strength in numbers. So hyenas in numbers are formidable, but a one-on-one, a hyena is probably not going to take its chance with the lion unless the lion is severely compromised. Hey Meggie, are you tired of that? Okay. So yeah, so unless the lion's severely compromised, I think the hyena doesn't stand a chance. But people often ask, would Meg and Amy protect me against an intruder or another lion. And I don't think it's so much as protecting me as so much as protecting themselves or warding off an intruder. So they're geared to combat that intruder. It's not so much like a dog whereby the dog's protective of its territory and its owner. The lions in their association don't really behave like that. So yeah, I hope that answers that question with the hashtag AskMeg with regards to the hyena and the lion. Okay, so while Meg's relaxing down here, I'll use her as a cushion. So the next question for hashtag AskMeg is a really good question, and it is, do lions plan ahead? And I think what the person's meaning is would they store food or think about where they're going to be tomorrow, or I don't know how they're going to raise their kids. And I think, in my experience, the answer to that question is no. The lions, certainly that I've known throughout my career, and even those that have been lucky enough to see in the wild, seem to take things as they come and live each day as it comes. They're driven by a few things. The lions really are driven by their hunger and their stomachs. So it's all about real estate. It's about territory. It's about territory that yields the best food. So that's prime real estate. So, and the other factor is of course water. So for a male lion, it's territory, ladies, food and water, and for the females, it's obviously having access to good hunting grounds. It's the food, the water, and obviously the males that have tenure over those territories are the ones that are going to be in good standing to mate with. So yeah, they are looking for, I suppose, in a abstract way, husbands that can look after their kids, very similar to the human world, because survival is dependent really on that. So if you've got a male lion who's access to good water, good food, it puts you in a better position to be successful in raising your young to an age where they're going to then reproduce, because in the animal world it's really about reproduction. So if you don't reproduce, your genes don't go forward, and therefore it dies with you. So yeah, I think planning ahead, no. I don't think the girls dream about the knight in shining armor when they're younger, or the prince, but certainly instinctively they are driven by a couple of those things, such as access to, as I mentioned, water, food, which is a product of territory. Maybe she's dreaming, I don't know. So certainly I think they do dream like dogs. And what they dream about, I wouldn't know. Maybe chasing animals. Maybe she is dreaming of that beautiful guy. I don't know. Okay, another really good question that's come in on the hashtag AskMeg platform is, has working with lions over the past 20 years put me in a better position to read human behavior and determine what they're thinking or feeling? And I think the answer to that question is most definitely. I've had many an example of this in the past, where, let's take it from the lion's perspective. If I go into an area with a lion that I know very well, I can almost immediately see if the behavior is friendly or agitated or aggressive or indifferent. And it happens, as you can imagine, working with Meg and Amy coming on 16 years. Yes, one can get to know their different personalities and their behavior very well. And I always say to people, because two animals were hand raised, and in this case hand raised by the same person with the same influence, and they've always lived together, so they haven't had separate input, their genetics play such a strong role, in the sense that Meg is far more relaxed and not really phased about new things or being introduced to new environments or sounds or whatever the case may be, objects. Whereas Amy is more nervous, more skittish, more reluctant to explore these new things until she's 100% sure. So I'd say Amy's more distrusting than Meg. Same environment, same upbringing, same everything. You cannot blanketly say that because a lion has had X happen in its life that it's going to behave a certain way. That's like saying because a human's been raised in a certain way, they're going to behave in that particular way. And we've seen with families where you've got two kids, both had exactly the same upbringing, same input, same access to everything, but their genetics play a role, outside influences play a role, and the one kid is very chilled, relaxed, and successful, and the other is a complete nightmare. So with regards to the lions, definitely knowing their behavior has put me in a good place when it comes to meeting people and seeing what, not always, I'm not going to say we 100% right all the time, but definitely I've had instances where I've met people that I can see there's this dislike immediately, and people cannot help but show their behavior. There's so many telltale signs that they just can't help but show it. They try and cover it, obviously, because we as people are very good at faking, and that's what I always say to people about animals, is that they don't fake it. They show you how they feel. They either on a particular day are saying, I'm happy to have you in my presence and in my space, like today. Meg's very, very happy and very relaxed and very chilled. And on another particular occasion, I'm going to lie on Meg's stomach or chest like this, and she's going to go, no, don't do that, I don't like it. And she'll show me that in many different ways. One might just be a little flick of her tail which says, like, I'm agitated. She might just bristle her I was going to say feathers, but her hair. She might just go, and you'd feel that quiver. Or she might just even give off a little bit of a, which is okay. Or she might even just get up and walk away. Now, if she does any one of those things, it's up to me to heed the warning. And I think this is the issues, that we don't heed the warning when animals are giving that warning. In many occasions, when you go back and you look, and you can see that the animal has been giving a multitude of warnings to a person before they do something. So I really appreciate that about animals, lions included. Many people would like to believe that they know the behavior of a lion merely by observing it from a distance. You're not going to get to know something. You're going to get to know general behavioral characteristics, but certainly not intimate behavioral characteristics, which is the only way to really learn that, is to spend time and time in the saddle, as I always say to people. But without waffling on, one particular incident comes to mind where I met a guy who was in a similar field to me. I'd known about him before because I'd read up on him and seen different articles, but I didn't have any preconceived ideas of how I felt about him. I was actually quite excited to meet him and converse with him. But when I met him, his look, I can't even describe the look. The look was complete disdain. he couldn't look me in the face. He couldn't speak to me. His body language just exuded irritation and annoyance and and all of the above. And so I went away from that meeting knowing exactly where I stood with that guy without even having to have a conversation. And many months later, that was confirmed by a few things that guy said about me. So yes, to answer that question, definitely it has helped. So I hope you enjoyed that long-winded discussion on whether working with the animals has put me in a good place in terms of reading human behavior. So guys, I think we're going to leave it at that. Leave Meg and Amy to have a little siesta. The sun is starting to get high in the sky, starting to shine in my eyes. I can see Meg's not you see, Meg's not happy with me talking, and it's time to keep quiet. And so I'm going to bid you farewell, and until next time, #AskMeg, keep those questions coming. I write them down on my phone, and when I get to them, I'll answer them. And hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please do share with your friends. It is the way we spread awareness. It is the way we inform, educate, and yes, we do also like to have a fair element of entertainment, because that keeps people coming back to the channel for more exciting occurrences. And I think with the combination of those three, we can really do good in getting the message out globally and reach audiences that would never typically get to see this content. So thanks to all of you who follow. It's really been great. The following has gone up exponentially month on month. We see that in the stats. So thanks for that. For those of you who don't follow, it's simple. Just subscribe to LionWhispererTV. It's free. And on the other platforms, you can keep up to date on what we're doing between videos on Facebook and Instagram, and the handle's LionWhispererSA. So thanks guys, till next time, from Meg, myself, and Amy. I'm not sure if that picture, oh no, camera troubles. Amy, big butt, and me. Cheers, bye.